what the market, the thing is what the market will do first. What will be the current business of the market here? Dealing with the overnight, dealing with the overnight short inventory or taking care of yesterday's long inventory. Yeah. Counter-action to overnight short inventory is a rally. You have a gap. Guidelines are, go with the back, go, go with the gap, all right? Go with the gap. Now, also, on top of that, what we have is an inside day. Inside days are a form of balance. If the market breaks out of that balance, what I mean with this break from the inside bar, go in the direction of go with the breakout of the balance, which in this case is also the direction of the gap, and fade the break that fails. All right. Uh, if you have any questions, please just let me know in the comments. You've got an opinion of the market that you want to talk, just let me know. I am very open to hear every other people's opinion, what the market's thinking, what other people's thinking. I use histograms. I use these bar charts to measure volume. It's a quick look. It's a quick graphic, kind of like to also to forecast, not to forecast. If the market, for example, if the period is halfway, the market is halfway through the period. The market should be volume should be half here, right? If it is lower, it can't tell me that the volume is going to be low, right? We're going to have low volume at that at, at that bar, which for me the most important is the opening. That can gives you some sign. Changes changes in the volume during the session also uh, could be, but that's just one piece of information. Right? Could be signs that the market is kind of showing its hand. Okay. What else? Now, the most important, overlying inventory is 100% sure. The market says at center of the range here. This is the pullback low. This is a breakout that has failed for me. This is a breakout fail. The breakout comes from this level here on this day. Now, one more thing before I take a small break here is histograms. There is Oh, by the way, there was no high volume blocks after the market closed yesterday. There's a huge amount of 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 buying around this area, 4150, 4150. Not buying, but activity. Because I never we know it's buying just after the fact. When the market's up here, well, then that was buying. Right? Could have been buying. I am looking at this high volume area here and this one down here. The market has taken care of which was the one, which was the one. This one first, right? This one is gone now. I have another one here. And notice how there is high volume here at the low, right? And there's another block here at the low, at the current low. But before the market comes to here, it has to deal with this day first. It could be this one or could be this one. This is the terrible, terrible, terrible week week day that we have on Friday. The breakout I was talking about is this one, the failed breakout. Come on, what? Oh, this level here, coming from this, because there was a tremendous amount of of selling from this level, and also was a closing of the distribution. There was a small distribution here and the bigger one up here. Closing this distribution, when the market did this on Friday, targets the opposite side. That trade has been completed. That trade has completed now. I want to do is monitor here. Is the market going to have upside continuation, or is going to is going to have sideways balance, a sideways trade, or is going to break? It is having some sideways trade. In the but when I talk about this, try, try I try to put myself inside a very specific time frame, right? Because when we see contradicting information, when we see some information going to the upside, some information pointing to the downside, it could be that we are watching two time frames there. There's a significant amount of volume here, significant amount of volume here as well, but there's a gap here. We have a gap here. I will watch this. This is the what level is this? 40, 30. I will look at this low here. The market has traded through this. All right, has traded through. I shouldn't be looking at this. But why I'm doing this is because I noticed there's a tremendous amount of technical trading going on here. All right. Um, Here, yesterday, very, very disorganized profile, histogram, very, very disorganized. Can you see the difference between this day and this one here? There's a lot of whipsaw here. Look at this high, for example, right? Look at this one, and this is pointing to the downside. Yeah, this nicer here. This is good one. And look at the tremendous amount of volume here as well. You know, this one did not take this volume. More volume was added here. No, craziness. More here, right? After this break took all this out. It's still being very, 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 very uh, disorganized, very, very weak activity going on here. And now the market is at the low, right? The lower range. All of this here are underwater now. I'm gonna put this one away. Uh, what else do we have today? Phil Jefferson, 8:30, has spoken. John Williams speaks at 12:05. 12. Okay, okay. Oh, gosh, 9:25. Let me open. I am late to the. I just did my homework today. I didn't do it yesterday. Um, kind of like I am unprepared for today. So I acknowledging that um, part that's part of the business. I don't feel comfortable today. doing anything. So more likely, I'm going to be very, very cautious to do anything. I don't plan to do anything. Because I don't feel prepared. I don't feel that I have prepared enough to, I didn't earn it, my right to trade today. Mm. Couple minutes to the opening. Oh, I didn't hear the highlights. Uh, what? What? What is talking head? I had a busy day yesterday doing another kind of stuff, so I couldn't pay attention to the market too much. And when that happens, the odds that I am in sync, that I can get in sync with the market, are actually low, right? And I am actually, it could be no, it could be a bad thing. My odds of success are or get are decreasing. What I'm trying to do is just acknowledge that, to not to do any silly mistake. Okay, okay. Right, couple minutes to the opening. Let's see what the market has to do. What can happen here? Oh, the market is outside the balance, outside this outside yesterday's range. It is inside 2 day balance, no? Inside 2 day balance. Gold is going lower, bonds as well, but all right. Okay, okay, okay. Two distributors. Don't like this high here. Notice how this market is being selling. Weak selling here. Lower volume than yesterday. No, no. Market's open. Oh, come on, don't tell me. Don't give me. Oh, I hate this mirror field. Market has took the low. That's not a good low. Didn't care about the overnight inventory. That's a continuation with the next reference in the lower size is pullback low. Volume, little bit same as yesterday. Gap has not been closed. Overnight distributions remain. Markets being bought from the center of the range. Markets, liquidating the loans from yesterday. Come on, don't tell me you're going to bounce from that level. Really? No freaking way. Another gap has come to the market from 5-2. What is 5-2? I guess it's too far back now. There's a huge amount of volume here in 5-2 in this day. There's huge amount of volume here after. I guess this is over. Oh, look at where this low is. Right there. Trading range. You know, the possibility, one time frame higher in the market in the daily time frame has ended. We had 3 days going to the upside. That trade is over now. Nice taper here. Nice taper here. This is the daily time frame, basically buying from the center of the range. You know, shorter time frame traders have no idea that this is center of the range. The trades go with the break, right? Go with the gap. There's a gap and break out also. Break out the balance. If market closes the gap, that's a sign that the trade didn't work. Is market telling me, you know what? Or you're wrong. The market closes the gap, re-enters this range, it actually targets this upside. There's a lot of inventory here, lot of very short time frame trading, very short time frame inventory there. Yesterday was a day that I see that I didn't want to be part of yesterday on the market yesterday. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. Also, I was tired. You know, part of my rules, huh? If I'm tired, I just my odds are low, get low. There is more short time frame trading here. There's a lot of that. The gap's to the downside. This is nice tape. This is not. Can you see how you have this histogram has volume here, high volume at the center, and then start to decrease, right? Decrease, lower, 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 and this one, is different. The market has not paid attention to the overnight inventory here. That's a weak inventory, weak short inventory. The market is, the gap takes precedent here. Man, this is a terrible opening here. I guess this has a lot to do. There is the openings. Just imagine what happened with all these loans here from yesterday. White, very white POC yesterday. The overnight also has a wide one. This is the second distribution in the upper side. In the overnight, if the market closes the gap and closes the distribution, it can easily go up to here. What is this? 41, 49. That's 41.50 actually, huh? Now a weak market that's going to go in the direction of the gap will have downside continuation. It is not having that. Right? So I'm not saying the market is strong, but it's also it's not a weak market. Or I guess the thing that I would say is it's not as weak as price is is described is saying. Right? Price says one story, but I see another thing going on. No, right. Gap has been closed. Market has re-entered previous day range. Those are stops being hit. This range, market is taking care of this range now. Is it? Right? I just re-enter this and come out of this distribution. You know, I don't, I don't, I don't, I don't pay too much attention to the overnight, but it seems like that is doing the market is doing. It shouldn't have any problems coming all the way up to here. If it doesn't, then now that's some good looking tail, some good looking selling tail out there. Now, when the market closes, okay, market closes the gap, which the market has did, right? The next thing is what happens with value. And value is lower, obviously, because the market opened with a gap to the downside. Will value move higher? Is value moving higher? Value moves slower than price. So if the market closes the gap, I want to see value moving higher, at least to overlapping or to getting inside yesterday's value. If that doesn't happen, okay, that doesn't happen, there could be some selling at the closing. Could be. Those are just odds, but can you see how I'm thinking my time frames is a little bit bigger than just watching all the you know all the things that are going on right here inside at this moment. I am trying to have a broader perspective here. Again, has come inside previous day range. Some selling. Hmm. I'm worried about this. What I am cautious is about this distribution from the overnight. But notice this, right? The whole volume of the overnight was 160. Now we are just kind of like half into the first period, and we got more than half, right? Kind of like half. All of this is gone. Could be gone now. This could be the other half. I don't know, right? I will need to check, add every single one of these ones. I'm not going to do that. I'm not interested in doing that. This is because I can. It's more important to see what the market is doing with that. There's some volume coming up here. Okay. The weakness that was there, the price was advertising is not, it's not, it's not that cognizant. It has been exposed now. Market closes the gap, close the gap. If I got a short, I'm out. Okay, my trade didn't work. What am I going to do? I'm going to wait until the market comes all the way up to here to close? No, it just closes. It's just the market has told me, you know what? It doesn't work. It can break all the way down to here, but at this moment, that one is not, you know, it's not there. It wasn't there. Huh. Close that. Man, I hate when this happens. It's very distracting. It seems like this was a trade, the culmination of this trade that took these weeks out here. This level has been corrected now. The weakness here has been corrected now. So that was not a reference anymore. Okay. Notice how there is high volume at the low. Again, buying the dips here. Another deep buy here. Market break goes to half back of the range. Of That's the half back of the 27-day range. Is being bought there. Can the market take back Cedar? Why I am looking at Cedar? Because the overnight, the second part of the overnight was being sold or was sold from Cedar. Notice how many times: one, two, three, four, 5 times sell was sold from Cedar. Coming back inside, outside the range. Very, but it has become very choppy. I need one couple minutes here. Please let me know if you have any questions. There's a lot of chop here. This is a very rare, right? Now the next trade could be this high here, taking back further. But oh, we got low volume. I mean, the same as yesterday, but compare yesterday to the previous days, it is a very low day, low volume day, actually, right? Not the lowest. This was incredibly low here. Um, I think this is another day with a lot of short-term activity going on here. Now the gap has been closed. As it targets the opposite side. Notice how. God damn, I forgot about this. I say I wasn't going to forget because this was, god damn, this was my breakout here. This was my level. The market needs to take this level here. God damn. I was talking about this in my preparation, but it didn't. I completely forgot about this. God damn. More than the pullback low, or as important as the pullback low was the breakout that failed here in this day. Gosh, I put it there, but I, I erased it because I thought I was going to remember. All right. Why is important? What was important? Because if the trade, if the gap is closed, so if some way I'm get long here, this is my out, right? The market takes this low out. I'm out. Not because this, because what the level is, right? Is a failure here, because this trade to the downside failed here, and the potential to go to the downside is still here, but it fails again. It just fails again. So what's the trade? The opposite side, right? Because there's signs here now that the market is having a it could target this could target sell here. Distribution now. Monitoring for continuation. Next thing, distribution closing the overnight distributions. What happened if the market doesn't close the distribution? Okay? All those things you have to monitor. It didn't close yet. It stopped one tick from doing so. Take a look at where the volume is. It's very nice momentum. Now red here. There was a lot of back and forth, no congestion. But take a look at where the volume is. Is the volume on the upper side or on the lower side of the histogram? There's a lot of volume on the lower side. So the logic, not logical, because there's nothing logical and rational. Rational thing, there's nothing rational. If I can use that word, I beg the pardon. I mean, I apologize for using that word, but the direction that market is pointing is to the downside. Consider the volume is going to the downside, but the market is going to the upside. What do I have, right? What the market is doing? I guess the market is dealing with overnight inventory now. All these are out. All these shorts are out now. I've been forced out of the market. The market deal first with the longs, the big longs the longs from yesterday, or late in the session, you know, has deal with these longs now. This has been liquidated. Now, is the market going to deal with short inventory from the overnight session? The first thing to do that, the market has to close the gap. Market did close the gap. The next thing, market not close the distributions from the overnight. Hasn't closed the distribution yet. Huh? That's the next thing to monitor. Now, if I'm long, I don't want I don't want the market to come out of the range. I have this range. I don't want the market to come out of this range. These lows, very weak buying here. This has been repaired. No? Look at exactly to a tick, right? That has been repaired. Mhm. All the week long inventory has been removed. Uh, you cannot see, or most traders don't see this reference as a why you have. But what I am monitoring is another thing here, right? Kind of like more more uh, something deeper here, right? Not just what you can see from the levels or the stuff. This low, this mechanical night low, has been repaired, so that was not a reference anymore. Oh my God. Look at that. Market has come out of range again. Look where it's buying. So if this was a strong market, it would not have come out of the range, would not have bought from exactly half back. One tick from half back. This is not sign of again short-term trading here. I just tell, okay, just be aware. I guess the next thing I want to see is the market can move value at least inside yesterday's value. Okay. A little bit higher volume. No, not that much really. This could be maybe 1%. Let me tell you how much it is. Oh, it's not 1%, it's 4% higher than yesterday. The only trade that could be worth for me was the 41.50 here. But I missed trade here. I missed a trade when the market couldn't take this low out. I missed it. We were talking about how nice the taper was here. Remember, if you remember, the high didn't high um, the taper on the upper side. There was no taper on the upper side, but now this market is giving back a lot of that. So it's been bought mechanically here. Something has happened. I need to leave. Um, I wish you guys a good. I wish you guys a good rest of the day. Right? Stay safe.